Great to have you with us from Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins, Colorado. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Colorado State Rams. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
North Dakota State's head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Rams headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll return it. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Quick give. It's Scott. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Got an alley. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Here's a give to Robinson. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Ross. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Kareem. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want in offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Quick toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking for the goal line. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott.
That is exactly what the defense was hoping for. Down close to the end zone, they bring the all-out blitz. They've got numbers, they've got people shooting gaps, and they didn't give the offense a second to even think. They were swarmed and surrounded getting that safety.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
2nd down, going to throw it. Out wide right, it's Harper. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long right here. On the move. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Rams will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They punted away on 4th down. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Left side is Myers. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out wide left, it's Proctor. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Buying a little time to his left. And to get rid of it quickly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And this defense doing a really good job understanding out route, seeing it, sitting on it, waiting, breaking on the football, not giving up the 3rd down conversion.
Trying to make one miss. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying.
Runs through a man. He might have some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the left side. Defense all over him. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They go to the counter. They put the brakes on him.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down, going to throw it. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Rams decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The short hands, it's Proctor. Ripping through the defense. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Still looking. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Snagged in the middle. It's Myers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Play action on first down. Left side is Smith. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quarterback changing the play. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Rushes on. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third down, here's Robinson. Pass to 6. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Ross. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 9 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped.
And it's Michigan State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Got a man. It's Robinson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Rams with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air. Buying time to his right. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. I can hear the trash talk right now. Wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Hey, defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? Or I guess I'll do it myself.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Off play action. Look out! And he gets rid of it.
And, guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot. They've tried it short. They've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe
he'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, the tight end is a guy that this offense is going to look for on third downs. He ran a good route. He got his depth. He got his head around. He's just got to make the play.
Punt is on its way. Looks it in. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The run inside. It's Scott. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
2nd down to the air. Out wide left, it's Danzy. Bulldozes his way through. Runs through a man, he might have space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.